try and look after my family, Cole.
You say? I'm your family.
The inspiration for the Cutlers, and where did you find the Johnson family, or where did they come from?
Alistair, the writer, was making a documentary called A Summer with the Johnsons, and when he first started filming with them, he showed me some of the rushes, and I was just like, this is brilliant, this is amazing, really fascinating world and community that not many people get under the skin of and get the, you know, it was amazing that Alistair was able to get the access and that these people trusted him enough to let him film with them. And I said to him then, it's like, we've got to make a film about these lot. We've just got to do it, you know. And that was about 12 years ago. And then he carried on and made the documentary. And you know, first we tried to get someone else to write it, and then that didn't work, and we tried to write it ourselves, and that didn't work, and he went away and actually just did it, and it was brilliant.
For a first-time film, it's such an assured and confident piece of direction, making that transition going from documentary filmmaking and music videos to, you know, dramatizations and drama narratives. Is there much of a difference? Is there more control?
I think it's different with every job, you know. I think it's different with, but certainly it was a shock to me how different it was from TV drama, because, you know, I'd done some fairly big scale TV drama for the BBC and with quite a lot of pressure, but this was a different level of pressure. I think when you've got so much of other people's money, then, you know, you have a responsibility.
The stunt work in the film is incredible. I mean, I love the custard colored car and Michael driving it. How much of him was that driving the actual car and doing his own stunts?
He drove so much in this film. I mean, we did have a precision driver, but when we did his close-ups, we set up on this runway, this disused airfield, we set up cones and recreated the road that had been the precision driver had driven down, the row of shops and through there. So we recreated that course, and all he had was that gap. And so people's reaction, the gang's reaction in the car, is completely genuine, because Michael was driving as fast as he could through this track that we'd created with just a hole to look through.
Was it always your idea to have Tom Rowlands do the score and work on the movie with you?
Yeah, I mean, it was. Yeah, it was one of the first things that came to me, and I sent Tom the script, and it just felt right. You know, it felt like his response to the film. He started writing bits of music after the read through. You know, he was so into it, and he was so just felt their music has got that kind of anarchic energy, a sense of mischief, powerful emotion, and so much more, you know.
Me, I've never been arrested.
Bloody have, Chad, all bloody time.
I've never been charged.
Kelly Cutler is an amazing character because she's the only one in the family that seems to stand up to Colby. And can you talk a little bit about working with Brendan Gleeson and sort of, you know, the dynamic that those two characters share?
Yeah, I mean, it's quite funny actually, because I sat next to Brendan in the read-through at the film studios, and he turned to me afterwards. He was like, "There's a lot going on for me and you in this, and about getting the dynamics right and getting the balance right." I think she's brave enough to stand up to him, because she's not standing up for herself, she's standing up for her kids, and that always, I mean, I'm rubbish for talking out for myself, but for other people I'm pretty good at it, so I think that's what she does. And it's also, she can see that Chad, her husband, is kind of frightened by his dad, and he is frightening, he's a frightening big presence.
Can you talk about their struggle to sort of break the chain that they are criminals and that they sort of live in a community of thieves?
I think it's very difficult, because I think once you're tarred with that brush within the community, you don't really get second chances in a closed community, a small world. And she's constantly trying to give them a better education, give them a better life, but there are problems in terms of, like, they don't go to bed till like 1 a.m. The dad's out robbing places, so they have an unsettled family life. And she's trying to, like, make it whatever is normal, but a normal life.
Was the dialect sort of an interesting thing to sort of, get behind and sort of, correctly sort of focus on? And was there a phrase or saying that you particularly liked or enjoyed?
I think in terms of like finding my feet with the character, that was the main anchor, because once you get the dialect right and the sounds right, and I met the lady who, she's loosely based on, and so I, recorded her, and also then when you're acting with each other, you help each other, because you can hear, because there were certain sounds that I couldn't quite get and it didn't feel right, and then I'd hear Michael say it and I'm like, oh right, that is right, but it sounds unfamiliar in your own head.
It's going to start raining down on all of us. And it'll break you on your own, you know that. Not if we stay tight.
Do what they say, kids.